Welcome, RBTV sports fans. This is RBTV, your official home of Riverside Brookfield football. I'm Casey Blood alongside Matt Angio and Joey DeCassola here live in Brookfield, Illinois for this conference matchup between the 2-0 Ridgewood Rebels and your Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming to this game with a record of 2-0 after a 43-21 victory last week at Wakanda. Guys, how can the Bulldogs keep their momentum going and start off this 2017 campaign 3-0?
Well, of course, the Bulldogs have a new breed of juniors who were obviously the sophomores last year, and that is priority to keep in mind. While junior Riley Shaw starts with the starting squad along with Dom Rowe, who we saw last year as a sophomore playing on the starting lineup. But in order for them to keep their momentum, I would say they have to do what they do best. Keep the opposing side's punt return behind the 30-yard line and push the offense to the limit, like always. Get it going at the beginning of the quarter, do it as fast as possible, and keep going with it. Let that boat sail.
Joey?
The Bulldogs, the key for them tonight is defense. Defense is the most important thing in the game, in my opinion. Their defense, they need to shut down the strong Ridgewood offense. They come to this 2-0 with huge points.
Yeah, here we go, opening kickoff. The Bulldogs gonna kick. Ridgewood Rebels wearing all white. Gonna go to the 25-yard line. And guys, these Rebels had a great first 2 weeks. First week they won 41-6. Last week a 35-6 point victory. And so they're scoring and they're holding the other team to no yards, no points. And opposite side for the Bulldogs, who they've scored 33 points and 43 points in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, and both teams are 2-0, so this is going to be interesting to see. Of course, Ridgewood, their receiving yards as of right now are 242.5 total as the season goes, as he also drops that pass for an incompletion.
Yeah, it's James Chilabi, senior 5'9", 165-pound quarterback for these Ridgewood Rebels. He's wearing number 3 on the field, guys.
And the first game, Riverside Brookfield versus Morton, it was very interesting to see that the Bulldogs kept Morton behind the 50-yard line the whole game until about the fourth quarter.
Man, I'm going to tell you, it was at that game, Morton had 1 first down the entire game off of pass interference. No earned first downs for the Mustangs. Here we go, the running back, number 9, spin move, 9-yard gain for him. He's Ronan Kenny.
Yep, Ronan Kenny.
Junior, 5'8". Look out for him on the field.
Like I said, when there was that Morton game, the defense is huge. Not only getting that, no earned yards until the fourth quarter, that defense knows how to put the pressure on the opponent's offense.
Yeah, Joe, you could probably agree that a running back at 5'8" is probably one of the best sizes you can get, as they can just maneuver through the defense.
Of course, this Bulldogs defense, they are big boys. They are huge. And with the 5'8" running back, it might be difficult to get through, though, today.
Guys, wasn't Maurice Jones-Drew 5'8"? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
MJD played for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the NFL. Pretty good 5'8" running back.
Yeah. And I mentioned earlier about Ridgewood's receiving yards. As I said, 242.5 per game. Their rushing yards are at about 163.5 per game. And right now their total touchdowns are 11. So we know they like to score a lot.
Yeah, pretty balanced offense between Kalabi and Kenny as connection here.
The number 7 wide receiver, Jason Kenny.
Yeah, it looks
Maybe
like they're
we got
doing
a pair
those.
of brothers on the team.
Yeah, they seems like they're going for that quick slant pass as of right now. They're just trying to get that pass going before that defense can jump that line and get ahead at them.
We're gonna go ahead and assume that Jason and Ronan Kenny we're gonna assume they're both brothers. Jason's a senior, Ronan's a junior.
And that's a little bit of brotherly love,
Yeah.
Senior, junior.
Good competition there. Oh,
he gets
sacked by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, very nice sack.
Sack right there. Let's bring up a 4th down. And guys, if I were the Rebels, I would not punt to Stefan Gaminski.
Yes, that is a very dangerous man.
That sack was made by number 54, senior Jimmy Missouri.
Jimmy Missouri. You heard that name a lot last year. He's got a sack now. Give him credit. Sam Gomez last week against the Wakanda Bulldogs, the Defensive Player of the Week. He had a couple sacks and a few more tackles for losses.
Oh,
A
and he fumbles
botched
the
snap.
ball.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's losing it. Looks like they're going to get
Losing it.
stuck right behind the
Hey.
30.
Well,
And that's a very good
if you-
position for the
if
Bulldogs.
you could ask for a worse first drive, I don't think you could do it.
No, I don't think it's possible.
That tackle was by number 62, Sam Gomez, who brought the pressure on the punter.
Defensive Player of the Week last week. Added, give him another sack this week. Sam Gomez.
Bulldogs take over here on the 25-yard line.
22-yard line.
22.
And
Hunter Hughes,
Throw
handoff.
the handoff.
Del
to
Nodell.
Nodell going through.
oh, there's Del Nodell still,
Still
up.
up.
Still up. Breaks
Breaking
the fourth tackles.
Okay, guys, this is the first drive. Matt, who's your X factor for this game?
Oh, we got a man down on Ridgewood.
Oh, yep, there's a man down.
5-yard line. 17-yard run to start off the game for Nick Del Nodell. 6-yard line. So
Yeah, you
Seems to get up just fine.
you look for the key factor. I can tell you right now, it's either going to be Nick Del Nodell or Stefan Gaminski. I'm going to go with Stefan Gaminski tonight. I just wanted to mention his Illinois rank is at 99 and his national rank is 1,777.
that national rank got to get up there a little bit, but we're good.
Yeah,
So,
he's doing good. He's at about 5'7" right now, 156 pounds. Of course, he's a senior.
He's got that speed
Yes, the speed.
and the hands. He had an interception week 1 against Morden.
Yeah, you can see him. He's usually one of those guys you just see in the back of the field and somehow gets the ball in his hands and ends up in the end zone.
So Joe, who's your X factor for this game? Who do you think is going to stand out? Who we wouldn't expect to stand out?
I'd like to see Hunter Hughes, even though you said he wouldn't expect to be standout, but you need a good quarterback for this offensive line. He's been doing that since junior year.
My bet, he's at the top of your screen. Number 11, Devin Moody. Big guy in these red zone situations. He's the tallest guy out there. Expect him to be like the Gronk on the field. It's Del Nodell. Touchdown right here.
There you go.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
2 plays.
First touchdown for the Bulldogs at home.
Yes, sir. That's the way to do it. Quick and easy. Make it coast like a boat.
I don't know what the Rebels think they got themselves into with that awful first drive. The only way to come back is to retaliate with 7 points, or else we could be over fast here.
So, at the beginning, first run for the, Ridgewood, the Rebels, they seem to be just doing those short passes. What do you guys think they could do differently to get past at least the 50-yard line and have a chance of scoring a seven-point touchdown, Joey?
I would test the Bulldogs secondary. You have, a few cornerbacks back there. You haven't seen them for a year. They see these new senior quarterbacks, see what they can do. Knowing the Bulldogs cornerbacks and safeties, I wouldn't, but it's the only thing you got because the short stuff's not working.
Joey, you want to add anything to that? How can they get past the 50-yard line? The Rebels.
I would have to say probably deep passes. I couldn't see short just because the defensive linebackers, they have really great coverage against these wide receivers. So I have to go with the long passes, not short.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to look for another run by the Rebels and see what they can do.
And the Bulldogs, they have this great defense that loves to stop the run more than Mustangs. They found out the hard way. They couldn't get a first down because their quarterback didn't know how to pass the ball. I mean, they were kind of an all-run school. Middle linebackers and the defensive tackles ate up the run game, and we got a great, solid crew of safeties and cornerbacks and secondary that knows how to intercept passes, get in the way, and got Colin Riordan,
Way
who
back.
knows how to just boot the ball. Matt, remember 2 years ago we had Alon Carter, the boot?
Oh, my God. Lon Carter, the boot. Those were the days.
He's back.
Yes, sir.
By watching that guy kick, I thought he could make the field goal post all the way back.
Here we go. We got the second drive for James Calabi and the Kenny brothers. And the only thing they can do here is retaliate. Otherwise, it's not going to look good.
Yeah, definitely, Casey. And if the Bulldogs can keep the Rebels behind the 30-yard line on the first 2 passes or runs, they probably won't score at all.
I agree
Got
with
a
that.
blitz coming. A screen pass that doesn't work. Number 22 hobbling. No gain for him.
Joey Carino there with that tackle.
Joey Carino, another great
Marco
defensive player.
Vitale. He got the catch, but no dice for him. You know, as nice as these Rebel jerseys look, they're kind of hard to see the numbers in this time of day. Matt, what's the weather looking like out here in Brookfield?
Well, last time I checked, it was about 68 degrees. And, of course, it's nighttime. It's going to get a little bit colder as that sun goes down. And that's a little bit of meteorology for you from Matt Angio.
Beautiful. You know, it is senior night here at the Kennelly Athletic Complex. And so far, Nick Down O'Dowd looking good.
Yeah, the Bulldogs' defense is looking very good.
Very
he
good
gets that
rushing,
pass.
an incomplete pass.
That's a little bit over. It's going to go out. And, of course, another year for Brendan Curtin. A very good head coach. Of course, he's got Mark Ori with him and all those other great coaches.
This is the 100th year of Bulldog football. 1917, the first year.
Wow.
Imagine what the uniforms were back then.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they'd be a little tough to see the numbers back then.
Yeah, they would.
There we go. Got Stefan Gaminski covering the receiver at the bottom of your screen. 4 wide receiver set, 1 running back for the Rebels. He's looking right. He's scrolling right. He's going to go.
He's got time. He's going to get taken down.
He's going to get a gain of 1.
Well, guys, they're still
I think
behind.
that's Jeffrey G. Bills.
Jeff Bills with a great tackle on the quarterback. Like I said, the great
Jeffrey G. Bills right there. That's what his buds call him. And Matt, you were absolutely right. 2 straight 3-and-outs. And if you get yourself into a 3rd and long situation, it's not going to be good because
very
and
weak
the punter,
punt.
it's not his day.
No, it's not. That's he's shooken up definitely from that first time.
After the first one.
So Matt, I'm gonna take your question. I'm gonna flip it. How can the Rebels get the Bulldogs on the other side of the 50?
How could the Rebels get the Bulldogs on the other side of the 50? Well, that's a tough question to answer because right now the Rebels can't even get past the 30. How's their defense going to get the Bulldogs on the other side of the 50?
Yeah, the Bulldogs' first 2 spots on the ball, 22-yard line, 41-yard line. So kind of giving the Bulldogs a great opportunity to take a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, I mean, simply if they wanted to push them back, he would have to sack Hunter Hughes.
Guys, that's Devin Moody for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Touchdown Bulldogs on their first down of their new possession.
Well,
X Factor, enough said.
Yep, you're definitely right on that one.
Hunter Hughes to Moody. 1 play, 41 yards, 7 points.
We've only seen a couple plays by the Bulldogs, but what do you guys think on what they're going to do tonight? More passing or more running?
I think they're going to do whatever is not going to be broken.
Well, every game it seems that Nick Down O'Dowd rushes for over 100 yards and Stefan Gaminski receives for over 100 yards. So until that happens, they're going to keep going. And Stefan, 2 drives, no catches, but 3 plays, 2 touchdowns in, I'd say, about 60 seconds for the Bulldogs.
Yes. Guys, that was Devin Moody with that touchdown. He's ranked at about 99 as well on the Illinois rank. So I guess he's around there with Stefan Gaminski, but of course he's 6 foot tall, 145 pounds. He's probably not that accurate. He's probably a little bit over to that, and he's a senior.
He does play basketball too. He can dunk. We've seen that last year.
He's jumping. He's extremely fast.
We have definitely seen that before. Very good basketball player and very good football player. He's a talented athlete both ways.
So, Joey, 5 minutes into this game, it's 14-0. Is it too early to call it a blowout?
I don't think so. I think there's still a lot of game left, and you never know. This might bring their spirits up after this quarter, but I think the Bulldogs will probably have this intact this game.
Matt, is it too early to say it's a blowout?
You know how I am. I wait till about,
It's
after
not
the
over
half,
until the
and then
fat lady
we'll see.
sings.
Yes, sir.
Colin Riordan, all the way back.
Catch is made.
And he's just not looking too fast. He looks like he's
Got room on the outside, though.
He
Moody,
does.
he evades a tackle, gets to the 21-yard line.
There's a definite difference between our punt returners. Stefan Gaminski.
Something I didn't know Nick Down-Odell played defense.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there right there, 25, middle of the field.
He does whatever he can. to get this team
Devin
up and
Mooney
rolling.
shaking up on the play.
Doesn't
William
look like
Fry.
too problems. He look like he's walking pretty good.
Looks like the left shoulder, left arm area of Moody. We'll keep you updated with him.
All right, let's see this Bulldog defense go in again and shut the Rebels down.
And you got about
Galabi, it's
Oh.
just deflected down
that's
by
a,
number 62, Sam Gomez. And I see why he was Defensive Player of the Week last week, guys. Gomez, very underrated. Close friend of mine, a lot of injuries, which have kept him from showing off this talent. But he has got the raw talent, guys.
yeah, and guess what? The Rebels are still behind the 30-yard line. That's something critical I've made up
You
at the
trying to
beginning of the game.
make a bold statement out here? You trying to say they won't get past the 30?
I don't know where the crystal ball is, but I'm predicting everything correctly right now. I don't know what's happening.
A handoff right
Tackled
into the
there by number 50, Vaughn Hill.
Vaughn Hope. He had a 5-sack game last year against Fenton in a blowout by the Bulldogs. Remember that very clearly.
It looks like the trainer, Mr. Fry, is going to take care of Devin Moody as he takes him to the water station. They're going to check him out, see what's going on. Of course, Mr. Fry, a very good trainer, takes care of all the athletes day in and day out. And that's a snap. He's
Number
going back, and that's a
56
big
right
sack.
there. Anthony Walsh with the sack on Chalabi.
Well, Matt, did you just say something about training and athletics? Because do I got something for you? We'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RV Sports. Beginning of this season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
And, of course, those
Fourth and-
magical words that keep the quarters going on.
We're down here. The
Okay,
Rebels
Matt.
are going to try to go for it.
How long is this punt going to go?
Punt.
Oh,
Made it
might
past
go-
the 30.
Zach Vaya elects to not take it back, and it does go past the 50. Not far.
Well, would you say that that may be the only time that they get the Bulldogs over the 50-yard line on the other side?
I'll say they got lucky because Zach Vaya, you know surely that he could have caught that ball and done something with it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He has a
Devin-
tendency of, getting the ball from the punt return, kind of shuffling his feet, doing a little bit of a hesitation move. Fakes going left, goes right, and then he goes back left again, and he's down the field by that time.
Seemed like you're doing some joystick on Madden 18.
Yes, he is.
I wonder how these Rebels defense are going to come in and attack the Bulldogs now. 2 quick touchdowns on each possessions that the Bulldogs have with the ball.
And it looks like they could have a man coverage, but they got a zone. They got a man in the zone in the back.
Got the Vaya brothers on the bottom of the
There's a
screen.
penalty
Nope.
on the play.
His favorite
Flag.
receiver, Stefan Gaminski, spin
Oh,
move.
very nice spin.
All that worked for 6 yards. But that was kind of cute. You had Zach Vaya in the slot, Jake Vaya at the bottom of the screen.
And guys, there's a flag on the field.
False start.
False
Also
start,
on the
Bulldogs.
Legal procedure on Hunter. Hunter Hughes last year was not the starter. That was Keenan Scott. Hunter Hughes won over the starting role and the fan favorite when he had a 21-point comeback from behind victory in the final 2 quarters against Wakanda.
Yes, and that was something amazing that I've never seen in my life before. I mean,
Bulldog classic right there.
both
Hunter-
professional sports and high school sports, I've never seen such a comeback like that.
Hunter, a terrific second-string quarterback last year, learned a lot from Keenan coming up this year and has been doing fantastic for the past 3 games.
Here for the Bulldogs. You got Vaya at the bottom of the screen. In the slot, number 21, Elliot Royer,
Elliot Royer, another junior.
and a 6'2".
Hey,
That's
he's
a
another
name
big
that you
kid.
probably know better than me, Matt.
Yeah,
Tell me
Elliot,
about Elliot.
Elliot is a very good defensive player, but both offensive and defensive. He's a very fast kid for a kid that's 6'2". That's his standard statistics that I can give you.
Okay, so you guys are used to last year we had Anthony Landau, but let's get to know our new announcer, Joey DeCosta.
Hi, everybody. My name's Joey DeCosta. I'm new to this. I enjoy announcing a lot, especially doing sports, and you'll probably be hearing from me more often on here.
This guy's senior right here. I assume you watch a lot of ESPN.
Yes, a lot of sports.
Safe to say that, and that's our New announcer right there.
And of course, we got one more year to enjoy with Casey Valletta and Joey as well, as they're both seniors.
We got a good RB team here. Could be seeing a lot of magic happen in the postseason, but we're only in week 3, so got some ways to go.
I feel like if they keep playing like this all year, they'll be good.
Hughes dropping back, looking
very deep pass
for Via.
Oh, pass is incomplete.
And Via looks very hurt. He's down.
It's on the right knee.
That does not look good.
Okay, guys, you know what? Talking about the
He's back
magical
up.
postseason run might have been a little too early because now we got 2 injuries. Got Moody still looking at by 2 trainers, and Zach Via shaking up there, hobbling.
Yeah, they should definitely take him out.
Subbed out Ethan Clarkson's coming in. He's a senior, and that's I hope it's just a cramp because that's Zach Via right there.
Well, he kind of landed like a, I don't want to say anything bad as of like a torn ACL. God forbid that happen. But he kind of landed like a Derrick Rose right there.
We're gonna go with some cramps. We're gonna
Yeah, I
go
like the cramps better.
Okay, yeah, let's stick with that.
2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs. Hughes, fake, and he's gonna take it himself. He has wheels of his own. Hughes,
He's past the 50.
Wow.
He gets tackled there on the.
that's a gain of 13 for Hunter Hughes. Look at the stat sheet. He's got 1 catch or 1 completed pass and 1 rush, but that completed pass was for 41 yards. That rush was for 13. Hughes is racking up the stats. Bottom of the screen, Jake Via in the slot. Got Stefan Gaminsky, and at the top of the screen, you got Ethan Clarkson. Hand off to Del Nodell, and he trips.
Trips immediately.
Trips in the dirt. That would have been a first down, but Del Nodell got his cleat stuck. Good to see Devin Moody back on the field, though. Being up 14-0, I would not go for it if I was Brandon Curtin.
Yeah, and we know Curtin, he likes to go for those kind of plays. Those 4th downs, he likes to keep going.
They're going for it.
And this may be a very smart decision to
You're
get them
at midfield.
past the first the first conversion, first down.
Look for a slant to Moody. He's at the top of the screen. He's the biggest guy out there on the field for both teams, I think. Hughes to Del Nodell, and Del Nodell is going to get stuffed.
Guys, this was a very good defense for the Rebels.
Yes, it was. Very good comeback.
This is a way that they definitely stopped the Bulldogs' momentum. And like I said, I like to wait till about after the half till I call anything. I'd say as of right now, the Rebels, if they keep playing that kind of defense, all they got to do is step up their offense, and they definitely have a chance at winning this game.
You know, the Rebels aren't out of it. Touchdown here, it's a 1-score game. And their first drive wasn't awful. They completed some passes, had a few rushes, but they've been getting themselves into some 3rd and 15 situations. Like right here, another no gain for the running back, Ronan Kenny.
And Ron and Kenny
Yeah, Kenny.
seen some action on the field.
3 rushes for 4 yards. And look at the other side, Nick Del Nodell, 4 rushes for 21 yards and a touchdown.
As you see here now, Matt, the Rebels are past the 30-yard line.
Yep.
They didn't earn it, though. The defense earned it. Their
They
offense
did
has
earn
not
it.
earned
Very
something.
good defense.
Zach Via running on the sidelines. Most likely, we're going to go with leg cramp still.
Oh.
And an incomplete pass there by Ridgewood.
And I would like to apologize to everybody watching. I did mention earlier that Devin Moody was only 6 feet tall. He's actually 6'2" and 170 pounds. So I was off by
Very
quite a
lean,
bit.
but very tall. Big hands.
Very
Moody's,
athletic.
Moody might be the tallest guy on both teams. I don't fact check me, but from upstairs, looks pretty tall. Another third and 10, 3rd and 9 for these Rebels who desperately need a first down. Blitz looks to be coming.
They haven't got a gain of a yard here yet. Great defense.
Ooh, very nice pass.
They
Pass
completed
made there. 17, John Camilio picked up for a first down.
That was a pass to Jason Kenny, 13 yards for a first down. And
Yeah, and guys, we can't forget, behind Hunter Hughes on the 2nd string as a quarterback would be Joe Shelvin.
that was actually a very nice play. I'm sorry, man, I didn't
Yeah, no, definitely.
comment to what you said, but scrolling out of the pocket to the left and finding an open receiver, while Von Hillip, who's a very big and scary man, running at him with all of his might.
And again, that's a very skillful throw to be able to roll out of the pocket like that and throw it. Nice stop.
You know, Matt, I'm not an offensive coordinator at all, or by far. You know, I'm nowhere near offensive coordinator, but Calabi doesn't look like he's fat. He looks like he could be a mobile quarterback. Maybe fake the run to Kenny and run with Calabi, and he's got the right side of the field wide open.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. We'll see what the offensive coordinators do.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
They will find a hole in the defense.
4 wide receivers set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right of Chalabi. He looks left
there. Oh, just takes it himself.
7-yard gain, and yeah, if he's got some legs, he better use them, because a lot of these wide receivers are getting covered very well by the Bulldogs secondary.
Yeah, and all I can say about Chalabi right now is that he's got very good peripheral vision. He can see from the left and the right at the corner of his eye, because otherwise he would have gotten sacked right there. And he got those. He's got that kind of quick boost of acceleration to get him going past the first down line.
So Joey, that was his first QB draw play we've seen. Would you put a QB spy on the Bulldog defense after just one rush, or would you wait for a few more?
He looked pretty good on that rush right there. Very quick and really nice strides on that. Got 7 yards from that, so I would keep an eye on that all night.
That was a very quick stop. Very good Bulldogs defense, of course.
4th and 2, I say go for it.
Yeah, they can go for it. 4th and 2. I think 14-0, you know.
Got the Let's Go Dogs chant here at Kennedy Athletic Complex. It is senior night. It's a very beautiful night. I don't see any clouds in the sky.
And the clock is running down as it almost hits the 20-second marker.
Yeah, this will be the last play of the first quarter, and it will be
no good.
He's going to be stuffed.
Got a very nice quick stop by the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs here have 15 seconds to get a chance to get another touchdown here.
That was if I was the Rebels, not really being able to put any points on the board, giving up the ball, you know, I'm already down 2 scores. I'm not impressed. I really need to see the next score needs to be by the Rebels, or else this game is going to be.
It could be very non-obtainable.
Yeah, when you have
Delano down with the ball, finding holes to get through.
3-yard gain there for Del Nodell. He's got 24 yards to his name right now.
The clock's running down.
That's to be the last play of the first quarter here at the Kennedy Athletic Complex. Joey, what did you see out there? What do you think needs to happen for the Bulldogs to continue to keep this big lead?
I think the Bulldogs, their key here is defense. They've been doing really well at holding back, making passes incomplete, sacking the quarterback, and I think they've been just doing fine with that, and they need to keep up the pace.
Matt, what do you want to see more from the Rebels out here to try to make this a little more entertaining game?
Well, I want to see that 5'10" quarterback get a little bit more motion like he did earlier, because I like that. I like how he's rolling out of the pocket, throwing that bullet pass. Of course, I'm talking about James Chalabi, and, you know, that's all I can think of as of right now. He could probably find an open man somehow in the whole of the Bulldogs defense, but the defense from the Bulldogs is very tight, very good, and of course very efficient, running down that clock.
Yeah, I'd love to see him run a little bit more. If he's got the wheels to run, take off the baby tires. Take off the
baby. Yeah, the training wheels. There you go.
You know what I mean.
Take off those training wheels.
If only I knew what I meant, we'd be a little better.
It looks like they got Del Nodell behind Hunter Hughes. Could be a play-action pass. It's going to be quick to Stefan Gaminski.
No flag this time. Gaminski, 10 yards.
10-yard gain right there.
Very good run by Gaminski. Very nice play-action play.
Play action, there we go, yeah. Hughes is really good with that play-action passing.
Yeah, it's very good. He sometimes fakes me out. Makes me think he's going to give it to Donald Dell and he's going to run it, but he always fakes it very well. And of course, if he's going to fake me, he's going to fake that defense.
With Donald Down, Naminsky, and Moody, with all their quickness, they have a lot of good juke moves, and it's going to be extremely hard for these Rebels that we've seen already to try to tackle them, and it has not worked at all.
And that's Del Odell running it again.
Like I said, juking through everybody, just getting another first down.
6 rushes, 34 yards.
I think I'm going to start calling Del Odell the bulldozer. Or there, the wrecking ball, because he just gets right through that defense. That defense is a brick wall. He gets right through it.
He has no fear going through those guys. He'll find the smallest pocket and get through it.
And that's the best thing you can find in a running back.
Yeah, that might be a good nickname, the bulldozer.
The bulldozer.
The bulldozer.
The wrecking ball.
I'll take it.
And that's Zach Vire running that ball. Very quick.
Vire, the ball carrier.
Got
He's good for about 4 yards there.
Yep, 4 yards.
Carries it down to the
And
43-yard
it don't matter how many yards he gets, he's still getting yards. They add up by the end of the game, they'll be totaled up, and you'll forget about those 4 yards. And
2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. Hughes got 3 wide receivers set. Delnadell in the backfield. He's looking left. He's got wide open Elliott.
That would be good for a first down.
That'll be good for a first
That's Elliott
down
Royer.
for the Bulldogs.
I mentioned earlier how he's 6'2", but he doesn't run like he's 6'2". He runs pretty quick, like a 5'10".
Ball is placed right at the 30.
Royer, welcome to Kenley Athletic Complex. That's his first career varsity catch at home for Elliott.
And hopefully many more.
Bulldogs take it here now on the Rebels 30. See if they can make another first down or a touchdown here.
2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Very quick pass to Devin Moody. He catches it.
Great hands.
Moody got whammied right there, but what a snag. You see, hit him at the peak, and he just took it down. I'm sorry I took your catchphrase, but.
It's all right. We can call that a whamtastic tackle.
A whamtastic tackle. I haven't heard that one before. Great pass there by Hunter Hughes.
And here we go. We got Hunter Hughes, Del Odell in the back again. Right behind him is Elliott Royer as well. 3 receivers.
Zach on the bottom left.
Handoff.
Cuts through the middle, handoff, 25 to 8.
Very nice tackle.
Taken down.
If he beat that man, he would have had the entire right side of the field open.
If we can get a replay on that tackle, that would be amazing because it was a very nice tackle.
Guys, look around the league. Nazareth Academy, they're playing home against Niles Notre Dame, and they're up 14-0 in the second quarter. Plainfield South, they have a rival matchup against Plainfield Central, and it's 7-6 in favor of Plainfield South. And Maine South, who these Rebels beat 41-6 last week, they're currently winning 13-8 over Fremd in the second quarter.
Ooh,
And
very
Hughes-
fast pass.
Hughes. Oh, the catch there made by
There it goes.
Stefan Naminsky. Wide open.
That's what they do best, guys.
It's a little too easy.
A little quick out of the pocket. And that man, Stefan Gaminsky, he's got wheels.
Hunter and Stefan Naminsky played youth football together for the Mustangs, and they've been playing football ever since they were kids, and they got a dynamic duo going on there.
Guys, name me a game where Stefan Gaminsky doesn't get a touchdown. Like, this guy, he's always on the stat sheet. If I was in Vegas, I'd put money on Stefan getting a touchdown every game. At least 1 touchdown, all 9 games and playoff games this year.
Yeah,
No doubt about it.
his odds are definitely in favor.
Colin Reardon here, trying to make the extra point,
Boots it.
and that is good for 7 points.
You know, Colin Riordan, freshman year, came here thinking he was going to play some soccer. They asked him, hey, can you play kicker? Look where he is now.
Yep, that's what they do. They look at those soccer players. They say, oh, you know what? Hey, that kid can kick that ball across the whole football field. We'll take him on the football team.
It's family. You know, you got this big family, and you know, they aren't a team. They're a family here in Riverside Brookfield.
But what they all do to get, whatever they do, they all do it together.
Yeah, as a team, you win as a team, and then
Down at the sideline there, we have last year's seniors, Michael Wilson and Brandon Del Toro and Fabian Veloso there viewing the game. Michael and Brandon are go to the Elm College.
Yeah, Elmhurst College.
Elmhurst College, and they both play football there. Very good players for the Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs. Extremely good.
And we're going to see what can happen on this punt return.
Riordan, I'm going to say he punts this one, or he kicks this one all the way. It's going to be a touchback here. He's got a leg. No, not as much. He's kicking again. He's kicking in the wind, though.
Could he get it past the 30?
Good moves there by the runner, but he is taken down at the 21-yard line.
And if that's going to happen, you might as well just take a knee.
Yeah.
See, Ridgewood here is pretty far back from that touchdown. Hopefully this Bulldogs defense can keep doing what they're doing and shut them down here.
The 6th ranked team in Illinois, the Lyons Township Lions, they're up 7-0 right now against their rival York. I wish we could see this team play against Lions because they got a pretty good club down there.
Yes, they do.
And there they
Handoff, and he's just
taken down again.
Taken down
hard
by 56, Anthony Walsh.
And Anthony Walsh getting some action on the field as well with some tackles. Definitely helping out this Bulldogs defense.
Anthony Walsh, a pretty big and strong kid. He is 6'1", 190 pounds, and coming at you full force with that, it would not be fun to get hit with.
Matt, you got 7 rushes for 9 yards. Matt, we got 7 rushes for 9 yards by the Ridgewood Rebel running back, Ron and Kenny. Would you stop the run game and focus on this pass game since it's obviously not working?
Yeah, I mean, 7 rushes for 9 yards, it just seems like a waste of time. But, I mean, as you say that, they throw a pass and it gets incompleted.
And it's not a drop, though. It was a catch. Stefan Kaminski put his hand in between the ball, and he broke up that play very well.
Yeah, it's very good defense.
8:05 left in the second quarter play. 21-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. In case you're just tuning in, first drive. A lot of bad stuff happened for the Rebels. That was capped off in 2 plays. Nick Del Nodell took them both. He got a touchdown. Second drive, Bulldogs on the 41-yard line. 1 play, Hunter Hughes to Devin Mooney, 41 yards for a touchdown. Last drive, Bulldogs got another touchdown from Gaminski, and here we are right now.
Yeah,
First down right there for the Rebels. They picked up their first
number
third.
22, Marco Vitale. Good for a first down.
Marco Vitale, number 22, 5'11", 185 pounds. He's a senior.
You know, Matt, I'd say that instead of going for it all, you got to have a few tiny victories at first. Like that 3rd and 7. First quarter, they couldn't complete that. You know, gain a little momentum, gain some third down completions, gain momentum, get in that end zone, and start over.
It's all about a quarterback heating up. You know, it's like basketball. You make 5 threes in a row, you're on fire. Same thing goes for football. You make a catch, you know, a little bit more momentum gathers in, more motivation, and you get that feeling that, hey, you know what? Go all the way down the field. I'm going to feel like I can throw it to you, and you can catch it.
Yeah, like right now, they're throwing the ball really short. We haven't seen him test his arm. Maybe he's not a deep throwing quarterback, but sooner or later, you're going to have to try it because Hunter Hughes, he's this guy who's on, like, you know, I made 5 straight 3-pointers. He's doing good right now.
I was watching a couple highlights on the quarterback, James Chalabia, for the game, and like you said, Casey, you don't think he's a long passer, but the highlights I watched, he was a pretty decent long thrower passer with 3 completed passes on 3 long throws.
Yeah, that could mean that they definitely watched tape for the Bulldogs defense. They know, all right, we're going to tell our quarterback not to throw it deep because maybe we think he's going to get an interception.
Right, great coverage that the Bulldogs have.
You know, he's targeted Marco Vitale as tight end these last 3 plays, and they've connected. So maybe double coverage, he's going to have to find another receiver. Full-on blitz coming from the Bulldogs. That's Vaughn? No, it's Anthony Walsh who almost just sacked him.
And very good defense.
Great defense by the Bulldogs. Great defense, great blitz.
Anthony Walsh ends up with a sack there. All right, Mark Rowe. Anthony Walsh brought the pressure. Dom Rowe, Matt, you know him. pretty close with him.
Oh,
He comes
Dom
out
Rowe,
with the sack.
very good football player. Most definitely. Dom Rowe, 6'1", 190 pounds. He's a big kid for a junior, but he knows what he's doing.
5-yard loss on that play. And they're on the wrong side of the 50-yard line. They got a 4 wide receiver set. Another blitz coming.
Here, looking short pass.
Very
made to
quick
number
off the snap.
22 again.
Could make it.
Marco Vitale.
It looks like that's Chalabi's right-hand man right there.
You know, all that work for 3 yards. But
But you never know. They came back from a 3rd down and 7 yards, and they came back.
Chabali just hit 50 passing yards on that play. You know, not as much as Hughes, who has 96 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, and probably a perfect quarterback rating on the night, but
Yeah, and Chalabi, I mean,
little victories.
you could take notice at, you know, how he runs out of that pocket, and he kind of just, as soon as that ball snaps, he's quick with that throw.
Extremely quick with his feet.
He's going very deep. Could he catch it? He got it.
Another pass made there to Marco Vitale.
That's a first down. You know what, Casey? They might be heating up.
That was a 3rd and 12. I really, in my mind, I'm like, they're not going to get this. It's 3rd and 12. 15-yard completion. That is a little victory that you need to use for momentum.
As you see, the pass he made there was a pretty deep pass. So maybe now they're starting to figure out the Bulldog defense and get longer passes thrown.
If they don't score here, they're never going to score because they are getting their momentum. You know, they're warming up. They're nailing 3 3-pointers in a row, but now it's game time. Now you're entering the red zone territory.
Handoff here.
Very nice tackle. But a very nice run. I like that. They're
Another
switching
tackle
it
there
up.
by Jeff Bills.
Handoff to Rodriguez. Rodriguez got 5 yards there. Number 10, Noah Rodriguez.
That's the way to do it. You know, you keep throwing those passes, but the defense is just going to get adapted to that. What they're doing is smart. They're switching it up. They're going for the runs and the passes.
Yeah, you can't become predictable. That's when you start losing. 4 minutes. They've been chewing a lot of the clock. The Bulldogs' time of possession, not that long, but they've been efficient.
Just quick touchdowns by the Bulldogs.
A lot of that
False start right there.
clock
Delay
management.
game on the Rebels.
It's going to be
Gotta
4
take it back
minutes.
5 yards now.
4 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second quarter. 21-0. Bulldogs are up.
2nd and 12 right now.
You need a couple yards. You don't want to, getting 2 3rd and long conversions in one drive. That's good. Can't ask for a lot more than that. So I wouldn't test my luck with 3 3rd and longs in one
Let's
drive.
see right here if Chalabi makes another deep pass to this guy Vitale.
Yeah. Marco, he's got 6 catches, 42 yards. Joey might have
He's
called
going
it.
deep.
Could go deep. Oh,
Oh,
almost,
pass
that's
interference
incomplete.
all
Pass
the way by
interference
Stefan.
probably.
almost
Good
pulled an Odell
defense,
Beckham.
though.
Who was that intended for? These white jerseys and white numbers, hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure it's Vitale. It's got to be him.
That looks
But
like
Stefan-
number 7, Jason Kenny. He tried to make the attempt too.
Yeah, Stefan Gominski only let Jason Kenny get his left arm out the play, and that's a pass interference. That's going to be a big 30-yard penalty.
To me, that was a questionable call because when Zach Vi attempted to get his catch, he was shoved on the ground and he was hurting after they didn't call that a pass interference.
Oh, guys, I'm mistaken. This isn't the NFL where spot of the ball, spot of the penalty. This is a 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Man.
You know what I could think of? After seeing that play, Jason Kenny kind of looked like he was resembling Odell Beckham with that one-hand catch.
Yeah.
It looked like it.
He was close to it.
He hands it off and he is just taken down by number 56 there.
That's Anthony Walsh.
Anthony Walsh.
Jimmy Mazur got the stop there.
Oh, Jim is there. I apologize. What do you guys think? Do you think the Rebels are going to score here? They got 3 minutes to go here.
I really hope their kicker's better than their punter. I'll just say that.
Yeah, that's something to keep in mind.
Right now they're looking at a 37-yard field goal. That's a lot if you're asking for a high schooler, juniors.
Yeah, it's
Pass
Pushing
they
the
drop
limit.
and fumble.
That's a drop right there by
Nope, pass incomplete.
3rd and long.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If they get a 4th down, they have to at least try getting a field goal.
Man, if I'm a senior,
3rd and 12,
if I'm 18, 17 years old, 16, and you're asking me to do a 38-yard field goal, you confident or you kind of worried?
I'm worried, but I'm still going to do it. That's the way I'm doing it.
That's what they're set up for right now, 38-yard field goal. That's close to 40, and I mean, some NFL kickers struggle with the extra point nowadays.
Yeah, no, 38 yards is definitely something that probably isn't obtainable at the high school level.
sacked for a loss.
That was Jeffrey G. Bills with the tackle for loss. 4th down now. They're going to be,
The Bulldogs, Mirko,
it's going to be a 43-yard field goal attempt. I say just go for it. Do a 4 verts. Send all 4 of the receivers out there, and yeah, that's what they're going to do. They have no faith in a 43-yard field goal.
And at the bottom of your screen, right by the Bulldogs bench, you could probably see last year's senior Michael Wilson played on the varsity level.
Tight end.
Yeah, very good player.
Very big and strong and fast.
There we go. Shalabi looking
This
deep.
time,
He's got 4 verts.
Ooh, could have been intercepted.
Is it caught?
oh, I think
looks
he's
like he
intercepted by the
intercepted it.
Bulldogs.
He's
Yeah.
still going,
Number
though.
15,
That's
Zach
Zach
Vaya.
Via
Zach
might
Vaya
take.
getting
Whoa,
through
whoa.
these Ridgewood players.
Could it be a pick 6? He's slowing down. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Great moves,
Guys,
fast feet. That's awesome.
I did not know who had that ball. We're going to have to go to instant replay, but I thought, I don't know what happened there. I saw 4 people trying to get the ball, and Zach Vaya,
I thought
the
for
shortest of them all, comes down with the ball.
You know what? Those Bulldogs defenders, they just had so much time to read that play. That ball was just floating in the air. It was a floating ball, and it's very easy to catch one of those.
Here we go. You got 4 receivers set in the slot. Gaminsky, Moody at the bottom of your screen. Hand off to Delano Dell. Delano Dell is at the 25, 30, 35. He's breaking loose. 40, 43-yard line for 15 yards. That's going to bring his rushing game to 8 rushes for 49 yards.
that last Rebels offense there worked so hard to get as close as they can to that end zone. And like how you said, how they need to heat up a little bit, I think everything right there just went downhill.
From their own 43.
Okay. Hughes looking left. He's got Moody a little too high for Moody. That's going to bring up 2nd down. We got 1:56 left in this first half of play here in Brookfield. And once again, we'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning this season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul, and it's good to see Zach Vaya and Devin Moody back on the field and doing work, grinding out there. Both of them very big games. Devin Moody's got the 41-yard touchdown. Zach Vaya with that big 30-yard interception return.
And could have been a pick 6. That would have been amazing.
That would have been like a 105-yard interception return.
See, we're talking about the defense and how well they're doing, the receivers, how they're catching for the Bulldogs. But how about that offensive line? They've been blocking the heck out of these Rebels players, and they have not got the Hughes yet at all tonight.
Yeah, they're underrated. You never get enough credit on the offensive line.
Never.
You only talk about the wide receiver and the quarterback that are getting all the stats, but offensive linemen, they're
Oh, they play a big role.
yeah. As Hughes,
Oh,
Hughes got a
trips.
lot of room.
That's a very smart
Good
play
for
by
a
Hunter
first
Hughes.
down right there.
Down inside Ridgewood territory, down to the
Number
middle,
54,
49
Nicholas Scaletta, trips.
Ball is placed at the Rebels 43. 1st and 10 Bulldogs.
Yeah, Hunter Hughes rushed 2 times. He's got 25 yards. And that's something to keep note of. I mean, for a quarterback, that's...
Cam Newton?
Oh, yep,
yeah,
could be
maybe.
Cam Newton. We could be seeing a Cam Newton before our eyes.
Let's see, with the minute 20 left, let's see if the Bulldogs can capitalize here and get some more points before halftime.
Down Lodell. Find another
Finding
hole.
holes. Still
up.
going.
Oh,
Got 2 men to beat.
Another juke. Falls there.
one thing,
28-yard rush by Del Modell.
one
that
thing
puts him
to
at-
definitely. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Casey. Sorry to
I was
cut
just
you
going
off.
to say, Del Modell, that was 28-yard rush. You can see all the numbers of tackles he had to break for that. And
1st and 10 Bulldogs at the Rebels.
He makes it look easy.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you can notice about the Bulldogs offense, they'll have like 3 receivers on the right and 1 on the left. That's usually when they do those running plays. Very nice pass again.
That was Vaya.
Vaya again.
Very good catch by Vaya, being able to stay in bounds for that catch.
That puts Hughes over the century mark. Six completions for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that puts Zach Vaya. It's his first catch.
First and goal, Bulldogs.
Nick Del Nodell. Matt, what's Nick Del Nodell's stats looking like?
Yeah, I mean he's got 10 he's received 10 times. He's got 78 rushing yards. So I mean he's doing very good. It's one thing to keep in mind.
Well, here's number 11, a juke move, and he's in. Flag on the play though. Maybe holding on the offense.
Looks like it could
Yes,
have been
holding
holding.
on the offense.
Take back the 6 points. 57 seconds left. You can tell it's, I've played enough Madden where I've had too many holding penalties. They're frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Brings the Bulldogs back here.
Especially if you're playing against an actual football player. I can mention one guy right now, junior Connor Pitts, on the varsity team now. Hasn't really seen the field at all, but he's still awaiting that time.
Matt, who said you could do shout-outs?
Yeah, that's true. Might as well shout him out while I can.
Yeah, good timing for it, too, because Hughes is about to connect with Vaya.
Oh,
Spin move.
could have been spin.
Hughes pass complete to Vaya. Timeout on the field.
Bulldogs here call timeout.
Timeout, Bulldogs.
46 seconds left on the clock.
Hughes,
What do you think they're going to talk about in this huddle right here on what they're going to do on this next play?
They're going to talk about
Timeout in the first half.
their scheme. I think they're going to go run. They got, of course, they're going to take a field goal. So they got 2 more plays. Maybe give Del Nodell 1 more chance with the run, and then on 3rd down, throw the ball. I don't know. Matt, what do you think?
I'm thinking maybe the first time they're going to have maybe 2 receivers on each side, go for some kind of slant pass, and maybe have Nick Del Nodell behind Hunter Hughes going
this is
for another
3rd
run.
down already, so they only got 1 play.
Yeah, that's
Maybe do a
tough.
post play, have maybe Moody cut in and Gaminsky going to the corner of the end zone.
That's possible. That could work too.
Or, just do a slants. Slants always works. I mean,
But yet again, we have Devin Moody in there.
Right.
Devin Moody's like
I was thinking a fake handoff
skinny Gronk.
to Nodell to pass to Moody.
And
3rd
Moody
and 10.
could be the man.
Hughes. Moody's on top.
Shotgun here. No.
Oh, no,
Wide
it's
open
the
to
G-man.
Stefan
G-man.
Gaminsky.
There he is.
I was just half right on that last play. A fake handoff to Nodell and the pass.
Well, G-man, he's got 3 catches for 36 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hunter Hughes, I still think he's got a perfect QBR. 8 completions, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. Matt, when are we going to see Joe Sheldon?
Joe Selvin could be coming in either at the end of the 3rd quarter if it's still, the Rebels still haven't scored. 'Cause I think, being the first home game, he might have a little bit of a nerve-wracking experience. But, we'll see what happens.
Okay, guys, Joey, it's going to be 28-0. What can the Rebels do to leave this field with a little respect and also, not get embarrassed as they had to drive out here? What can they do to put some points on the board?
Really, I think they should work on their defense more because this offense that the Bulldogs are rushing at them, they just can't stop them. Just passes completed, handoffs, probably over 10 yards each handoff to Nodell. Just need to work better on their defense here.
So we got 40 seconds left on the game clock, 40 seconds on the real clock. 27-0, make that 28. Colin Riordan through the
kick.
uprights. And Matt, what do you want to see in the second half?
I definitely want to see the Bulldogs win, but, we got to be fair. Rebels, they can get past that 30-yard line on that punt return. They can have somewhat of a chance of getting a scoring touchdown on that run. The Bulldogs defense is just completely shutting them down. So as of right now, the Bulldogs could have just obtained a victory.
Well, guys, I'll tell you what you can look forward to in the second half. You can see Joe Sheldon throw the ball. You're going to see Ethan Clarkson and Jake Via catch the ball, and Joey Carino is going to be the running back. And you might even see Connor Pitts out there, because this game is what we call a blowout. 28-0. It's going to go into halftime. So.
And Connor Pitts is out there. Way to call it, number 23 on the field. We could be seeing a rising star.
It may be. Maybe right. And maybe we'll see a little bit more Elliott out there as, we put in this second string, but that won't be until the fourth quarter. You'll still see Hunter and G-Man and NDN, Nick Del Nodell. They'll stay in the third quarter, but look for the rising stars to come in the fourth quarter.
Reardon's kick is taken at the 10.
And,
Ball is
in the next 35 seconds, don't change the channel because we've got an amazing halftime show on senior night. It's got everything you want in a halftime show. The marching band, we got the cheerleaders, we got the twirlers, we got the puppets. We got a great show out there for you. Don't change the channel.
Yes, sir. Senior night. It's a whammy night for senior night.
Something I really like about this Riverside Brookfield, they had a donation box for Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma that, you can come here, come to the football game, or even drop it off at the school. Blankets, supplies, clothes, anything. It's really nice to see support.
Yeah, it's amazing how much support has been, acquired throughout the whole time this hurricane has been hitting Houston, the whole coast. Over $20 million have been donated.
J.J. Watt, big guy, yeah. He's defensive ends on the Houston Texans. And him and I even saw, Kevin Hart did a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Kevin Hart, he's the one that actually got it going. He donated like about $250,000, something like that.
A lot of pro teams donated $1 million, but we're at the end of the first quarter of play. It is 28-0 in favor of the Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs. And stay tuned for our halftime show. I'm Casey Valletta.
I'm Matt Angio.
And I'm Joey DeCostello.
And we'll see you in the second half.
To all of our guests this year, our drum majors, Natalie Bayaki and Matthew Michelson. The band would like to thank all of the parents who have helped out this season to prepare the band for tonight. The Riverside Brookfield Marching Band is directed by Mr. James Baum and Mrs. Aubrey Prince. They will be joined by the RB Color Guard, coached by Sonia Rajic. This year's show features a drum feature written by student Ben Schulte and choreography by student Juliana Fields. And now, please enjoy this year's halftime show, Progressive Rock of the 70s, your Riverside Brookfield High School Marching Band. marching band.
to RBTV, home of Riverside Brookfield football. I'm Casey Blood alongside Matt Angio and Joey DeCosta here at the Kennelly Athletic Complex in Brookfield, Illinois. It's a 28-0 blowout here. The Riverside Brookfield Bulldogs. We've seen, Matt, tell us what we've seen in the first half.
We've seen a lot of the Bulldogs defense stopping the Rebels. They kept them behind the 30-yard line. They did what I predicted they would do. Of course, Hunter Hughes doing amazing right now. You know, he keeps throwing those passes. He's 8 passes. He's at 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. Very amazing stats for the first half. And as of right now, they're warming up Joseph Shelvin, the junior. He could be coming in as the quarterback. And, yeah, if anyone wants to add more to that.
Nick Del 10 rushes, 78 yards, a touchdown. Pretty, Nick Del-like. Not like 200 rushing yards like we see against, some of these not as great teams. But Stefan Gaminski, G-Man, 3 catches, 36 yards, 2 touchdowns. He hasn't broken out for a long catch and yards after catch yet, but third quarter, I think we'll see one.
Yeah, this could be, like I said earlier, I don't like to say before the half that, they're definitely going to win, but it seems as of right now, unless they change something around, the Rebels, the Bulldogs are going to win because it's 28-0, and it can only get bigger from there.
This Bulldogs keep up their strong defense. I don't know what the Rebels are going to have to do. They've been a brick wall against this team, and they haven't gotten nothing from it.
Yep, but here we go. Second half of play. Bulldogs will receive the ball, like they need it. We haven't actually seen them receive the ball yet because, Rebels haven't scored. So they got G-Man back there, Nick Del, maybe the best 2 possible receivers in this entire Metro Suburban Conference that you can have returning the ball.
Yeah, if the Bulldogs win this game, I mean, talk about momentum going into the season, 3-0, that's something to look at, and think about when you get into the postseason.
The first win at home is awesome. Great momentum going into their next game.
Okay, Matt, question out of the blue right here as we have the kickoff. I'll ask it right after the kickoff because I'm very interested in this. They're kicking away from him. They're smart. But, Matt, if I put Nick Del at the 10-yard line and I start G-Man at the end zone, do you think G-Man will catch him if we're running a race all the way to end zone?
Well, I don't know. You're talking about 2 flashes right there.
Giving Del a 10-yard lead.
You know what? I'm going to say G-Man could probably catch up to him and pass him up and beat him across the field. That's just based on, they put him at the punt return position. That's definitely
a little more stocky.
Yeah, it's
not a big difference, but I've just seen Stefan Gaminski run.
Yeah, I mean, they usually put their fastest player at the punt return position, so I would have to say G-Man. A
race I'd love to see is Stefan against Devin, because Devin's just got longer strides, but Stefan's just faster.
It's kind of like, putting up a soccer player against a track runner. One with long legs and one with short legs and runs faster, So it's a very big difference.
Well, here's Hughes to Del.
It's going to be good for about 2 yards there.
Del should break 100. I really want to see Stefan break 100. He's got 36 right now.
I feel like Stefan can do it. Still a lot of time left in the way how he's catching and running the ball. He's doing just fine, cruising through that.
Yeah, you got to assume, though, that they only have this 1 quarter left with the starters.
And you could tell the Bulldogs are just slowing down their offense because they know they just want to run that clock.
They just want to end this game.
Yeah.
Don't want anyone hurt.
Another handoff there, the Del.
Another 2 yards.
And they're probably going to just keep doing those small yard rushes. That's all they're going to do.
Keep running the ball so they can keep the clock running.
Exactly. Run that whole field. You can take some minutes off that clock.
3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Exactly.
3rd and 5.
Maybe a pass or 2 each possession the Bulldogs have. Mostly running it, I would think.
I would say, yeah, the majority would be runs and then kind of switch it up with a couple passes. And Hunter Hughes has got rushed, but that ball's going to go way out of bounds.
It was caught by a coach on the sideline, though. Maybe mark him down in the staff.
Uh-oh. Yep.
It'll bring up 4th down to the Bulldogs.
4th down quickly for the Bulldogs. That's something that is different to hear. Looking around Illinois football, Montini Catholic up 21-7 over Fenwick. Both teams made it in the playoffs last year. LT's winning 21-0. I mean, they're really good, so that's not a surprise. St. Rita 7-3, leading over Providence Catholic right before halftime. And that's been your around the league checkup.
Here we go. Stefan Gaminsky gonna punt it down.
He has this weird angled pump, but it gets a great bounce every single time.
John Camillo.
It's a very good punt. Bring it all the way there, back to the 30.
31-yard line where Ridgewood will take over.
But
1st and 10.
no, that was surprising. I haven't seen a 3 and out yet. I can't remember a 3 and out.
Yeah, that's you know, but you got to think about it, you know, the Bulldogs didn't really do much of anything to, you know, trick up the defense. They kind of just kept going for those small yard runs.
Yep.
Like I was saying earlier.
Well, there's a Mark Ori, offensive coordinator, talking to Devin Moody down there.
Let's see here what Chalabi brings out of the second half of this game. Starts off with a handoff here. Good for a gain of 5 yards.
Let's see which running back. Let's see if that was Rodriguez or if that was Kenny.
Good for a gain out to the 35.
I believe that was Kenny with a 3-yard gain. Haven't heard much of the Kenny brothers since
First in on
the
stop.
first quarter when the game was close. But, you know, great atmosphere. All the fans are still here.
2nd and 6 at the
Beautiful
35
night for football.
Ridgewood.
Yeah, very, very nice atmosphere today. Not
Temperature
too cold.
doesn't seem too cold either.
Yeah, no, it's
Hoodie weather.
yeah. Very nice run.
What a
Gets
shoestring
picked
tackle by number 57 on the Bulldogs. That is
Murko with the
Andrew
stop.
Murko.
That's a junior.
Ball placed at the 35-yard
6'1", 180 pounds. Murko did not allow Kenny to get into the open field. Another 3rd down. What a surprise. See another Rebel 3rd down, Matt. Let's look at the counter. Every drive's a 3rd down.
Yeah.
Every drive, yeah.
And that clock is just running down. That's more time lost.
The clock might be the Bulldogs' enemy now. You just don't want anyone hurt, but that
Interception made there by the Bulldogs.
Jeffrey
Number
G.
16,
Bills.
Jeff Bills. Read that pass beautifully.
Pass intercepted.
That,
Number 16.
There's a flag on the
to
play.
Bulldogs.
oh,
Bulldogs take over
please
1st
don't
and
have it
10.
against the Bulldogs.
Oh,
Oh.
Personal
Take
foul
away the
against
interception, but, you
Bulldogs.
know. Oh, look at Joe Sheldon. He was out there. Joe Sheldon's going to be the quarterback the next drive.
Could have been a whammy interception right there, and they took it away.
Guys, Hunter Hughes, his final line will be, Matt, you want to say his final line, or should I?
Well, as of right now, yeah. 8 passes, 118 yards, and still at 3 touchdowns.
The penalty occurred after the interception.
Still a
The
very
Bulldogs
great
will
night
have
for
the
him.
ball.
Yeah, Del Nodell, 82
First
rushing
and
yards
10
off of
at
12
the
carries.
40-yard
Devin
line.
Moody, 2 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. He had a 41-yard touchdown catch. Something funny is, I think that penalty was after the catch because Hunter Hughes just ran on the field. Yeah, offense on the field. Give Bills the interception.
it takes us back a couple of yards.
Hunter Hughes' night's not over yet, says Mr. Curtin. He's looking deep.
Oh,
Touchdown
wow,
is-
wide open.
Wide open, Stefan Gaminsky.
60 yards. Nope.
Oh, loses it just right there, short of the end
Right.
zone.
Stefan wanted it.
Ball is
Not going to
marked
get
at
it.
the 2-yard line.
59, 58-yard catch.
58-yard reception.
Well, G-Man is
Stefan
so
Gaminsky.
close.
Is that
The
Flash?
Bulldogs are in business.
I thought Flash was only in like a
First and
Marvel
goal
comic
at
or
the
A
something.
little
30.
faster than Flash out there.
Hunter Hughes and Stefan Gaminsky, dynamic duo right there.
You know, very sad to say, but Stefan Gaminsky, 6 yards shy of 100 right now.
Oh, very close, but still a very good night.
Hunter Hughes now 176 passing yards. So whatever we said about that final line, it's not over yet, but still has probably got a perfect QBR.
Yeah, he's
It's
still
just-
going.
Everything's working. Maybe just give it off to Del Nodell right here. Yes, sir.
And
Touchdown. Oh, down at the 1.
Down at the 1 again.
very short of a touchdown.
2 very close plays.
I kind of want to see Joey Carino get the touchdown here, not Nick Del Nodell, because, oh, that is Carino out there. They thinking. Joey Carino.
The ball carriers dropped short.
What do you think
The,
they'd go for, a pass here or another run?
Well-
I'd say another run.
Matt, Super Bowl 49. You know, you're at the 1 yard line. On the
Yeah.
you pass or run.
You're running it.
Okay, yeah.
And they ran it.
Touchdown Bulldogs.
They ran
that's a
touchdown
touchdown.
Bulldogs. Another 6 points added to this game.
So you guys got any predictions for the NFL this year? Especially the Chicago Bears losing Jay Cutler.
Dude, that seems good.
Yeah, it's
I'm pretty
definitely
happy.
better.
I want to see Mitch Trubisky a lot.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for him.
Casey, you have any thoughts on the Chicago Bears season?
I'm just trying to understand what happened yesterday with Kareem Hunt. Like, man has 1 fumble in college in 4 years. His first carry is a fumble. Then this man goes off for 130 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns.
Touchdown Bulldogs.
It is confirmed that it is a touchdown Bulldogs. What's funny about Jay Cutler, says he retires from the football, but then goes 1 year to make $10 million with the Miami Dolphins.
Third quarter.
Yeah, he
Bulldogs 34.
he pulled a Derrick Rose.
0.
We could just say that.
Reardon on to
That's
attempt
very
the point.
good money, especially in the NFL.
And I wouldn't be
The
surprised
extra
if he had a
point is
somewhat decent season, too.
Good. 8:29
You know, I
and
believe
the
that was Joey Carino who had the rushing touchdown.
Bulldogs 35. Rebels
I'm pretty sure it's
0.
Carino. It's Joey Carino, 2 carries, 2 yards on the touchdown. Bulldogs now 35-0, 8:29 left. And guys, is Jay Cutler the next Brett Favre? Come back from retirement,
Never
do
know.
amazing. I wouldn't put my money on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Cutler, he's got that arm. He can get it down the field, but man, he's like throwing it at something that's just not there. He's very inaccurate.
Yeah, but do you really believe that Cutler's going to be good because he's reunited with Adam Gase?
I doubt it.
It's debatable.
I mean, he's got Jarvis Landry, a great wide receiver down there, Miami Dolphins. Speaking of Miami, you know, prayers go out to Florida and everyone down there. You got Hurricane Irma coming down there Sunday night. Hope for the best.
Yeah, that it's insane, that hurricane.
On a bright note, it's 35-0, Bulldogs.
And that clock is at 8 minutes and 29
8:20
seconds.
Yep. It's just keep it moving. Remember last year, Matt? It was that Fenton game that we always go back to. It was 30-0 at the end of the first quarter. It was getting so out of hand that they had a continuous clock in the second half.
Yep,
No,
that's right.
I
They
wouldn't
kept the
mind a
clock
continuous clock right now.
going. It's
Ball
possible.
is taken at the Rebel 3, returned out to the 25.
Wouldn't mind it at all.
Still
Jake
behind the
Bayard
30-yard line on
stopped
the punt
for the
return.
Bulldogs.
They cannot get it past the 30-yard line on the punt return.
Okay, Matt, give me a bold prediction for the end of the last 20 minutes of this game.
We're looking at the Bulldogs stopping the Rebels again. I think they're going to stop them again this
First
quarter.
and 10 at their
The Rebels, I don't
24.
think are going to score this quarter.
I don't think the Rebels are going to score at all this game.
My bold prediction: Joseph Sheldon throws for 100 passing yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Rebels might get a field goal, and that's it. So that's my bold prediction.
Well, just the pressure is just getting to Sam Gomez, a defensive lineman, almost got an interception there.
Pass broken up.
Just so many blitzes by the Bulldogs, and this goes into
Gomez
countless
got a
hours.
hand in there.
Friday night, after the football game, they go in Saturday
Second
morning and they do
and
tapes and
10
films.
Rebels at their own
Yep.
They're all
24.
in. They knew exactly that the blitz would stop James Chalabi and these Ridgewood Rebels.
And especially on Monday, this last Monday, Labor Day, there was a
There are no off days.
there was a film session for the Bulldogs as they checked out the tape.
Always working hard to make themselves better no matter
Oh.
what.
Oh,
And
look
a
at that
sack there.
Matt, what was that?
That was a whap-tastic sack. That's what it was.
It was Jeff
Bills
Bills.
with the sack for the Bulldogs.
I'm telling you, this defense right now, Ridgewood cannot get past the defense, just laying it on them.
18-yard line.
Guys, that one hurt me.
Yeah, they're not. The Bulldogs are not letting up.
This offense is shook.
No,
They cannot get past this defense.
completely legal hit right there. Just very vicious.
The Rebels are, I believe, 3rd and 17 after that play.
With this Bulldogs team, they work so hard, work tireless days, weeks. They have practice from after school. I see them out here all the way until 7:30 at night, and they still have to get up for school the next day. They have homework, having to do all this, and it must be extremely tough. But they come out here and play their hearts out.
They are student athletes putting in the entire grind during the season. They're out here during the summer, in the heat, in the rain, padded practices.
Yeah, it's a full commitment to play, you know, for any
100%.
sport at RB especially. And that just shows you, you know, the kind of grind that each player puts in. You know, they go to practice every day. You know, they do all the workouts. They got to get home. They got to go do homework. They got to go back to school. And, you know, you also, you know, you're risking a lot. You're risking injury and all that.
We also like to thank Loyal Medicine, the RB Sports. At the beginning of the season, Loyal Medicine is a sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyal Medicine, body and soul.
Yeah, with that stoppage in play, got to give a big shout out to the sponsors. Got to give a. Okay, Matt, this is the time. If you got a shout out, shout them out now.
You know what? I shouted everyone out.
Okay.
That's about all I can think of right now. I shouted out Connor Pitts, and of course we saw him out there. We could be seeing Joseph Shelvin out there playing quarterback for the Bulldogs.
Joe, you got any shout outs?
I'd like to see Joey Carino stay in there and get a couple more yards. Really good player, really athletic.
1st and 10 for the Rebels.
I got my grandma's watching on TV, and I got some fans here, so maybe my shout outs. And another run, another no gain for the Rebels, you know. The usual.
Yeah, I'll do a quick shout out to everyone that recognizes me as an RBTV announcer at the school. I get random people coming up to me saying, "Hey, I see you on TV." And I'm just like, "Yep, that's me."
Well, I see Mr. Dollins a lot, and he's watching probably right now.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
turn up the volume. He compliments us all the time. Very nice guy, Mr. Dollins.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Bulldogs can hold to another no-yard gain. And another great defensive play there by the Bulldogs. Maybe a gain of 1 at most.
It's just that type of night, guys, you know. Everything is going right for the Bulldogs. Nothing's going right for the Rebels. They're going to have a long practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because they got hit hard. They, you know, scoring 41 and 35 points in the last 2 games, 242 passing yards per game, 100 plus rushing yards a game, and to come out here and just get knocked down by some Bulldogs.
Yeah, guys, it's like that great song by the Eagles. It's one of these nights, and it definitely is.
Well, there's, you know,
Wow.
Oh,
That looked like a
getting
tornado.
close there, the first down.
Well, Matt,
Shalabi there.
there was-
Jason Kenny.
there was an earthquake in Mexico. There was a hurricane in Texas.
Uh-oh.
Might not have a tornado here.
We have a tornado tackle on the field. That's one to look out for.
5:33 left in the third quarter played. 35-0 Bulldogs. So far, you know, got the player of the game watch, and I think Joey said Hunter Hughes was his X factor. And
I can agree with that.
So far.
Yeah, so far it's definitely Hunter Hughes. Although there are a lot of players that come into factor.
a lot of deserving guys, but Hunter Hughes, no interceptions, not that many incompletions. Wow, is that kind of a night, guys. I'm done.
Yeah, Hunter's been doing a great job. Like how I said earlier, he could be the player of the game. But I think Nick Del Nodell showed up, and he's been doing great this game. I think in my books, he's player of the game. Don't get me wrong, Hunter's been doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like singling out any players.
Right.
I'd like to think, you know,
Their
the whole
team.
team gives them a full effort, and, you know, they all deserve some credit. but I have to agree, Hunter Hughes definitely an X factor in this game.
There's a 4-yard run, and I've kind of stopped keeping track of all these no gain runs, so I'm just gonna I'd say Kenny's got about 10 rushes for 22 yards.
Also here, don't sleep on number 62 on the defense, Sam Gomez, who also could be player of the game, doing terrific on defense and shutting down Ridgewood.
Oh, yeah.
Defensive player of the week last week for the Bulldogs.
The defensive players of the week and offensive players of the week at the team dinners get the first dibs on the food.
Oh, hot, fresh food, and you get first dibs.
That's a good motivation.
Great motivation, especially for these football players. They gotta be starving from what all these practices do to them.
38-yard
Team dinners on Wednesday, so I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. But yeah, Sammy was really excited to be to get first dibs. I mean, who wouldn't be? You guys, food is great.
And just rub it into your teammates' faces that you got the first dibs on the hot food.
Yeah, but you know what? That just pushes them to be the best that they can be on the field.
Right.
So that's it's like a whole circle, like a whole cycle. They see one guy getting the food at the beginning, they want to be that guy.
Another no gain.
And that's going to come up as a 4th down here, but we got a flag on the play.
Line of scrimmage, penalty flag on the field.
I feel like this is going to be a holding penalty. Oh, face mask.
Face mask on the offense.
Now, how many times do you see a face mask on the offense penalty?
That's rare. That's a rare call.
You actually see it a lot, maybe with wide receivers and running backs when they're running and they're close to the sideline and their opponents to the right or left of them and they stick their hands out. That rarely ever gets called.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But it happens a lot.
They usually call it on defense.
Right.
Back inside Ridgewood territory.
Now,
down to the 45
in high school,
yard
that
line.
is a 15-yard penalty, so to make it a 3rd and a mile for these Rebels who, you know what? The smart decision: run the ball, keep the clock going. Let's get out of Brookfield, go home, and shake it off.
They're just saying, you know what? Maybe we can get 1 touchdown
or a point,
something like that.
I don't think they'll get anything.
Oh,
just the way how the Bulldogs are playing.
He got
the
laid out.
Defense and the offense.
There's another very nice tackle.
You know who James Chalabi? Yeah, Chalabi. He reminds me of a young Johnny Manziel, rolling out to the right, always not in the pocket when he's throwing the ball.
Gain is inside
That's what I've always, I've always paid attention to that kind of throw. Getting to the right and being able to, make that pass.
Texas A&M, Johnny Manziel.
Yep, Texas A&M. School I look at.
Penalty flag on the field.
Yeah, we're going to see you playing in the NFL?
I don't know.
WNBA?
You guys want to make a bold prediction on me making it to the NFL?
Matt, I see you being a head coach in the NFL.
Bring the ball back to the
Okay, I can do it. 48. I could be another Levy Smith.
Matt, if Ridgewood called you right now and asked you for a head coaching job,
I take it. $2 million, I'll take it.
I think anybody would just a quick call up for has to be a head coach. Yeah, why not?
Matt,
sounds like a good gig.
I think they do it for free. Nah, they get a little something.
Yeah, I do it for free for about 1 day.
Oh my gosh!
Sack there.
Anthony
Walsh with another sack.
And that's going to be an amazing
Anthony
position.
Walsh was pushing the offensive lineman into the quarterback and just takes them both down on that play. Great defense.
And it looks like they're going to put Hunter Hughes back out there again.
Yeah, third quarter's always starters. Fourth quarter's where you go to subs.
Yeah.
Joseph Sheldon, he's got the helmet on. He's ready. He's like, Coach, put me in. I'm ready. No, he's right behind him. So when Curtin turns around, first thing he sees is Joseph Sheldon.
Yep, he's ready to go in.
It's like Nick's coming in. He might be done for the rest of the night.
That's what I would do. If I was, a coach, I'd put him. I put the best players down on the bench. I put, get some of the guys off the bench, put them on the field. Because it's about that time.
That's number 28 who's taking the rushes. That's Matt, your man, just had a handoff. I'll let you see. Number 28.
Number 28, Christopher Doherty. That's our sophomore, 5'9", 165 pounds. He's out on the field.
Yeah. And maybe we'll see Connor Pitts come sooner or later, fourth quarter. You know, hey, fourth quarter is when you really want to be watching this game in the fourth quarter. See the, the next year's team and
Yeah, you get to
2
see
years
some of the
teams.
guys you don't see usually. And Connor Pitts is on the field. He looks like he's being a receiver on the
He's in the
right.
slot. Yeah.
Could he get a catch?
Oh,
Instead, we have a false start.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout.
Bulldogs.
And
in all reality, though, the Ridgewood Rebels, they're a great football organization. They bring out a great team every year. It's just this, can't be calling down on them. It was just a bad game.
yeah, I mean,
Shake it off. You have a bad game every year. The Bulldogs were just the better team here. That's why they're the favorite in this Metro Suburban Blue division. But Ridgewood, they put up a lot of hard battles in the years past. They're a hard team in basketball, a hard team in football. It's just tonight was not their night.
Yeah, and as of right now, it's looking like the Rebels are going to be about 2-1.
After the first punt, you could probably tell it wasn't the Rebels' night.
Yeah, I mean, after that bold prediction I made as they wouldn't make it past the 30-yard line after a punt return, still hasn't happened yet. And I predicted that if it never got past the 30-yard line, they probably wouldn't have scored.
Yeah, we see no let up from this Bulldogs offense or defense. They just keep going in.
Hand off to Doherty.
Ooh.
Doherty met by a very, very large number 79.
Adam Teska, 6'3", 240 pounds.
And Chris Doherty, so he's 6'3", 240. Chris Doherty is 5'9", 165.
Yeah,
So that's
Doherty,
almost about 100 pounds on him right there.
Yeah,
that's a tank hitting a stop sign.
that was a Roadrunner hitting a brick wall. Brick wall won that one.
Wouldn't want to be behind that.
Yeah, you got Stephen McLucky in the slot, Jake Vaya to the right of him.
Steven here
Ooh,
making his
drops
first
the ball.
appearance for the
Hunter's gonna
Bulldogs
run.
tonight. He's a senior, 5'11", 165.
Hunter fumbled it and lost a few yards. Going to bring out the punt team, and Stefan Gaminski can do it with his hands, does it with his feet, does it with the legs, does it with the brain.
Well, what's going to happen here as that clock runs down?
Last 30 seconds here in the third.
Let's see what's happening. Nick Del Nodell's going out there. Usually not a part of the punt team. I wouldn't see a trick play here.
I don't know. I'm starting to think it might be a trick play.
Well, it's
Nick
4th and 9.
running out
Yeah,
there.
10 seconds
And
left
you got
here.
Devin Moody on the right. Keep that in mind.
Is Stefan Gaminski a quarterback? No, they're just trying to. Oh, Stefan got a little
Very
under that.
high punt.
They're trying to have their fast guys on the outside. That's why they had Del Nodell and Devin. They wanted to pin him, but Stefan just didn't get the right ankle.
And that's going to wrap it up here for the third. Bulldogs here 35-0 still going into the fourth.
And when we come back, Ridgewood is going to take over at the 40-yard line. Pretty great field position for them. Let's see if they can put it. Matt, any points can be put up on the board by Ridgewood this drive?
Like I said, if they can't make it past that 30-yard line after a punt or a kick return, they're not going to score. You can never get a motivational drive after that. I mean, you got to be like a Devin Hester to get that kind of motivation and momentum to get going. Looking back at those old years, Devin Hester on the Chicago Bears, getting that ball and just running the whole field. I mean, that's what they're going to need right now if they want to get a score, because the Bulldogs defense is insane.
Yeah, the Bulldogs defense really showed it. They shut out Morden. They gave up 21 points last week to Wakanda, but a lot of it was second string. I wasn't there, but the second string gave a few. And Wakanda had a great team. Don't get me wrong, the Bulldogs were just better. And this week, if they give up 0, that means they'd average giving up a touchdown a game, which is great. If you're scoring 35, 40 points a game.
Oh, yeah, it's very good. We could be seeing a very high caliber playoff Bulldog team this year.
A lot of new guys on defense. You got Ethan Clarkson and Jake Vaya out there on defense with Chris Doherty. A lot of the subs. Joey Carino's out there. Number 44 is Dominic Rowe. He's at middle linebacker.
Very nice pass.
pass there to
Number 7.
number 7. That is
Is it
Jason Kenny.
Oh, Jason Kenny.
Starting to see more of one of the Kenny brothers.
That was Kenny's first catch. And, you know, James Chalabi's got 12 completions. He's at 85 passing yards. Slowly almost approaching that 100.
I wouldn't be surprised if he hits it tonight. I can see it.
Well, yeah, he's going to be out there the rest of the night. Hunter Hughes, I'm going to say his night's over. We're going to see some Joseph Sheldon.
Yeah.
And feeling a great tackle there by number 44, Dominic Rowe.
Yeah, also 57 was there to help make the play.
Andrew Marco.
Yeah. That's not the first time we've heard Marco's name tonight.
Hey, Casey, do you remember it was 2 years ago, the Bulldogs team when they made it to, what was that, state quarterfinals?
Yeah, the quarterfinals. Yeah.
Great football team that was.
Yeah, they played against Prairie Ridge, who's now the number 2 ranked team in Illinois. I'd love to see a rematch. The Bulldogs would also love to see a rematch of that game.
Yeah, and 4 guys you can keep in mind for the Rebels after that pass is completed and he's taken down. You can keep in mind with James Chalabi, Jason Kenny, John Camillo, and Marco Vitali. Those 4 main players have been named throughout this game, and still 35-0. Nothing much has happened.
Yeah, I think the Rebels were a little too predictable. You know, same guys. You had Kenny brothers and you had Vitali. About it. Bulldogs, you had to worry about Nick Del Nodell running the ball, Stefan Kaminski, Devin Moody, Zach Vaya, Elliot Royer. A lot of guys.
Sam Gomez.
Yeah, defense, scary defense.
Jeff Bills, Anthony Walsh. Great games here.
Vaya. Look at that, another tackle for loss by number 16. That's Jeff Bills.
Jeff Bills.
Jeff Bills getting a lot of tackles tonight.
You know, he is also nominated for Player of the Game. A few tackles and a sack for Jeff Bills and an interception. There's Sheldon taking practice snaps from number 64.
Yeah, he's
Marco
most likely
Menendez.
going to get out there.
Yeah, he's out there. He's going to be out there. Hughes doing a few after game, you know, he's trying to get the arm nice and loose so he can ice it when he gets home.
Pass is incomplete there.
That was just a mistake by Chalabi, you know.
Wide open,
He
though.
back shouldered the guy, and he needed to get him on the inside slant. Just didn't work out there. 9:39 left, 4th quarter of action, 35-0.
3rd and 14 at the 30.
Beautiful night here. Ball's at the 30-yard line. And Ridgewood Rebels, I'd say the best thing that the Rebels did tonight was they wore those uniforms.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
I think they're really nice uniforms. Give them that. Hard to see their numbers, though.
Yeah.
I'd
Chalabi
say,
was
yeah,
just being
the only
pressured.
thing bright in their future is those uniforms.
I'll give them a little more. They are a 2-1 team with 242 passing yards per game. Got 4th down and long for
4 and 14 for the Rebels here.
let's see. They got usually Stefan Kaminski will return punts. You got Joey Carino out there.
And this clock.
Oh, the Rebels got a large punter. You know, I don't have any other words to say. He's just a little big for a punter.
I'd
Could
like
we
to see
see
good.
a Rebels boot? We'll see how far he can kick it.
No, that's definitely a new punter because he got the meat on that.
Oh, hits the helmet. Hits the helmet on one of the Rebels players.
The Ridgewood punt rolls.
Yeah, that ball hit the helmet, but wherever it touched the helmet, that's where it's been marked.
38-yard line.
Joey Carino wanted the fair catch. He was not about to get whammied right in front of all this crowd that's still sticking around.
Yeah, we have not seen a Rebels whammy. We've seen a lot of Bulldogs whammies,
Yes, we have.
which is good. That's something we'd like to see.
Yeah, here we go. Number 12, Joseph Sheldon. Was that Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady?
For the Bulldogs.
It's Joseph Sheldon.
It's
The next-
Joseph Sheldon.
The next goat.
As
Matt-
of right now, we'll call him Aaron Rodgers.
Man, I'm kind of jealous. You get to see Joseph Sheldon when he's in the starting role next year.
Yep, that's true.
Still have Christopher
Doherty?
The Horty back in the running back position for the Bulldogs.
Clarkson was on the left. Yeah, this Doherty.
Good moves there.
3-4 yards there.
And they might not even have Shelvin throw the ball. They might just be having him hand off,
Just
like
to
they
kill the
did last
clock
year.
out.
Let's call
Throw it
a
a few
gain of
times when they get
5.
the third down.
2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
I'd like to see him test his arm at least once.
Yeah,
I'd like to see a
definitely,
throw
even
from-
like a short pass or something.
Right.
You don't get to see many. You don't get a lot of reps later in the year, so I want to see him test the arm once. Maybe try to hit a Jake Vaya or a Stephen Michalecki. You know, it really means a lot when you get in the game and you get some receptions.
Oh, play action. Could be seen him throw, but he's going way back. And that pass is going to be short.
Sullivan's pass.
That's a tough throw
Intended for
across your
Clarkson,
body,
incomplete.
very far away. He was
Two
getting
guys
pressure.
charging at you
Bulldogs.
extremely hard.
3rd and 5 at their own
Pass was straight.
43.
He's going right for the hands. Just went down.
Not enough power though. 9:05 left on the clock. Time's going really slow right now.
And Chris Doherty still at the running back position while Shelvin's at quarterback. They got three receivers out, 2 on the right, 1 on the left.
You got the one on the far right coming in, Ethan Clarkson now.
There we go,
Very
testing
deep
the arm.
pass.
Sullivan's pass.
A little inaccurate. Maybe if he planted
Intended for
himself.
Michalecki is
Well, the
incomplete.
offensive line is not really stopping the
Bring up 4th
Rebels
down.
defense.
Pretty deep throw though. Had a nice spiral on it, just couldn't find a man open.
Fourth down and 5 from their own 43. The Bulldogs forced a punt. They're giving the Rebels another. I'd say the Rebels got at least 2-3 more chances
4th down,
to
Bulldogs.
try to punch in at least a field goal.
I'd say there's close to 0 chance
Don't know, Dell's
that they
still
can
out
get
there.
it, that they can even get back to like in the game.
Well, I just want to see Gaminsky here with a great punt. And yeah.
Very
he's-
nice.
Very good kick.
Oh, bounced the wrong way.
Picked up there by 22, Joey Carino.
Joey Carino tracking down that ball, doing his job.
And here comes that Bulldogs big defensive line. Do you think they're going to lighten up here, or do you think they're just going to keep going at them?
Well, they got the second string out there, but that does not mean they're going to lighten up because the second stringer, they're trying to be, this is always a competition. Second string's trying to become starters. They're going to be do their best out there. They're trying to show that, hey, I want to be a starter.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're ever gonna let
Second
up.
string doesn't mean we're giving up. It means we want to see some other talent prove themselves.
See,
Yeah.
defensive line out there got now number 55 in there, Timothy Hines, 6 foot, 250 pounds. I know Tim pretty well, and he is a big boy and would not like to get tackled from him.
1st and 10 Rebels.
First and 10. Still have all the starters in for the Rebels, trying to get some stats on the book, and with runs like that
And a
tackles from Dom
huge hit
Rowe.
by number 44, Dom Rowe, yes.
He's been out there on and off.
Yeah, Dom Rowe, would you ever take him in a fight?
Nope.
Don't make
Well,
him-
Dom Rowe's actually a wrestler too, and the wrestling program likes to get these football players in.
If I
just
step
to
in
get
the
them
ring,
into
I'm
shape.
stepping right out of that ring.
I wouldn't even show up to the match.
I would step in the ring, tap, and then leave. Because, yeah, I don't want to have Dom Rowe charge at me.
Couple taps, tap out, and look at that high snap again. Number 4, he's running that ball.
I'm pretty sure that's a different quarterback out there for the Rebels.
Yes, that is number 4, Tekis.
Dropped for a loss, back to the
Till,
20-yard line, loss of
This man, he's got a name. Takis
3rd and 19.
Telepatopis. He's 5'8".
I think we just butchered his name.
I mean, this man, Tepis, well, we can call him TT, but
Well,
It almost looks like his name is Takis.
Takis.
Oh,
Takis are
Takis.
good.
Fuego Takis. And
TT,
could be seeing another throw.
he's a sophomore, so yeah, get the reps in, Matt.
And he is pressured
Yeah, he just
big time, and
very
pass
pressured.
made though to number 88, Zachary Alai.
You know, Matt, we might have just seen TT's first ever varsity completion. We might not know. He's a sophomore.
Yeah, this could, I mean, that could be something. He was very pressured. And while we got some time, we'd like to welcome Loyola Medicine to RB Sports. Beginning this season, Loyola Medicine is the sports medicine provider for the Bulldogs. Loyola Medicine, body and soul.
Yep. 6:49 and counting there in the second half of play. 35-0. TT, he's looking.
He is pressured again.
Joey Carino got a nice hit.
Where did that come from?
35, 20,
Oh, wow,
15,
guys.
10, and he is gone. Wow.
They got it on the board.
TT found a man. He got hit hard from Joey Carino, but Matt, pay up.
That's it.
Yards.
My prediction
63 yards.
has just been crushed.
I'm just going to go out the blue and say this, but TT, I think, in my opinion, has had a better game than Chalabi so far.
Yeah,
Chalabi, I haven't seen pretty good under pressure.
Well,
TT out there made 2 completions.
Chalabi had 88 passing yards, and now Takis TT, he's got 67 passing yards in 1 drive. So
That's
I'll give out my hat.
pretty good,
I'll tip
really
my
good.
hat.
For a sophomore quarterback coming into a varsity game,
Kind of like a Hunter Hughes against Wakanda last year.
Yeah, Hunter
was
Hughes and
huge,
Keenan Scott, you know,
huge.
switching off like that.
Let's see if the kicker can make the extra point.
well, I do stand myself corrected. I said they weren't going to score this game, but they did.
The kick is
Well,
up.
I don't know, guys. Did they get past the 30-yard line on the
Remaining
punt,
in
on the kick
quarter.
return?
Riverside Brookfield 35.
That we didn't keep in
Ridgewood
mind.
7.
Because if they did, then my prediction still
I think they
was good.
were right at the 30, Matt.
Guys, don't call it a comeback. It's
Guys,
just 7 points.
Somebody tell me, where is the crystal ball at? Because I could have been right this whole game.
I think that's the award you win at Dancing with the Stars, man. So if you want to go dance, call up Miss Doyle and we'll put you on pupettes.
I don't want to be rude or anything to the other team, but as it looks from right here in the booth, the buses are started.
Oh, yeah. They're
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 getting
ready.
heated.
They are heating up the buses for these players.
that's what they do.
Timeout here taken.
6:32 left, and very impressive drive by the Rebels.
Very good.
That's something they can take back and say, hey, you did good. Maybe we just saw TT earn his starting spot over the senior James Chalabi.
But the real question is, can the Rebels do it again? Can they score another
Well,
touchdown?
6 minutes, this could be like from the Longest Yard movie, down 3 or 2 touchdowns, and they come back and win.
Adam Sandler, that was a good movie, I
It's
thought.
a great movie.
Very good movie, yeah.
Michael Irvin was in that movie.
I believe Chris Rock was in that movie, too.
Yeah, he
He
was.
was.
The Guardian. He was
Oh, yeah.
Guardian.
He was
or-
caretaker.
Yeah,
Caretaker.
caretaker. There you go.
Caretaker.
Man, onside kick here.
It's looking like it.
I
Definitely isn't a squib.
I don't know what they're.
Oh,
They just want to kick it away from.
Away from.
They kicked it to
Ridgewood
Joey
kicks will
Carino.
take it at the Bulldog 28-yard line. The
well, they
Bulldogs will have
don't got to
it.
worry about
First and
Kaminsky
10.
because he's gone.
Yeah.
He's on the bench.
Number 2 was back there for the Bulldogs. I'm pretty sure he's from the sophomore team because he's not on the varsity roster. Number 2.
Your boy, Matt, came into the game, 23, Connor Pitts.
Oh, yep, there he is. I mean, there's 6 minutes, 30 seconds left. That's enough time to make an impact as a junior bench player.
You see Joseph Shelvin going back out there.
And they're going to get some more experience on their hands.
First and 10 Bulldogs from their own 28.
20.
They're going to get this play going.
35-7. 6:30 left. Fourth quarter. 28-yard line. Joseph Sheldon, the junior. Handoff. Chris Doherty, or was that? Yeah, that was Chris Doherty. 2 yards. Slowly he's probably in double-digit yards. The junior Doherty.
Slowly but surely coming up.
I want to see Connor Pitts get some action because
Gain out to the
Matt's guy.
31-yard line.
Actually, we have a no-namer on this squad.
Gain of 3.
That wasn't Chris Doherty. That was number 24. He is not on the roster list.
unknown.
Could this be an unknown player on the team?
Mystery man.
Mystery man. We've heard that before. And he gets hit real
Last
bad.
year, the mystery man was Zach Villa, who wore number 24.
Could this be another Zach Villa? We don't know. And they're
Maybe.
going to talk it over in the huddle
Gain is out to the
as Shelvin
33-yard line.
gets the plays from head coach Brendan Curtin. And the clock runs down as it goes down to 5:25, 35 to 7. 3rd and 5 on the field. And Shelvin's dropping back. He gives it to
That was
number
Jake
9,
Villa.
Number 9, Jake Villa.
Zach Villa's brother.
Hey,
Complete that
he's
pass.
got his own name. He's got to be remembered by Jake Villa, not Zach Villa's brother.
I remember in 8th grade. In 8th grade, Hauser basketball, Jake Villa against Lindop here to stay and win the conference championship. Jake Villa had to make 3 free throws to win the game. Lindop was up by 2, and Jake sinked all 3 of them and won the game for the Cougars.
Yeah, Jake Villa and Zach Villa both very good basketball players. They're
Very
both
good
on
athletes.
Yes,
Very
yeah,
good
they're just
athletes.
top-notch athletes.
They still got a younger brother who's coming up too.
Yeah, they got a lot of siblings.
Bulldogs got that ball.
Bulldogs have the ball.
Get the ball back.
That was like from that one Super Bowl. Who was it? The Saints and the Steelers.
1st and 10 Bulldogs.
The Colts from, I don't know too many of the older Super Bowls, but
It's starting to look like as if the Rebels are just giving up. They've lost faith in this game.
Yeah, these guys got their hands on their hips. They look done.
They're ready to go.
if you take off the shirt, then it's like a white flag.
Surrendering. Oh, their cheerleaders over there seem to still beat it though. They seem pretty happy.
They have their backs turned, so
Funny. Number 24, the unknown player.
oh, he just took a helmet-to-helmet hit.
Made
Number
an
2.
8-yard gain there.
I don't know who number 2 is either. We got 2 mystery players.
What is happening here?
Some sophomores are getting their chance.
The Rebels
Matt.
32-yard line.
Number 18 just went out there, Ethan Clarkson.
Some sophomores are coming in.
Yeah,
Just
they're mixing
give me
it
a
up.
jersey and I'll go out there, coach.
Gain is 6 on the play. 2nd and 4.
That's all you need. You don't got to be on the roster list. Just get a jersey on, you can go out there.
Okay, Matt, bye.
I'll go on.
I'm
the
gonna
field.
I'll be
Number 24 again, making some great moves.
Wow, he's
Getting
getting
through the
through.
defense. This number 24 kid, he's pretty tall from the booth up here, and he is running and juking these guys out pretty well.
4:24 left on the clock.
1st and 10 Bulldogs.
1st and
at
10.
the
This
Rebels
number
20-yard
24 guy, he's in 20. He's got 20+ yards right now rushing.
Joe Shelvin out there for the Bulldogs. I haven't seen him make too many more throwing completions, a lot of more handoffs this round out.
You got Santino Silva on the bottom of the screen.
24 again. Look like
A
you got,
horse collar tackle right there, not called though.
yeah, it
Gain
looked like
is
a horse
down
collar.
to the 17-yard line. Gain of 3 for the Bulldogs. 2nd and
Gain of
7.
3 by 24. You got 3:50 left on the clock. 35 to 7. 2nd and 7 for the Dogs. They're at the Rebels 17. They've entered the red zone.
Do you think this second string here could pull out a touchdown for the Bulldogs?
I'd love to see Joe Sheldon connect for a passing touchdown
So would I.
to one of these wide receivers they're doing all the blocking for this running back. Reward them.
He's going again.
Another run there.
He had a couple yards. It
That'll bring
seems.
down 3rd down there.
Flag on the play. If I'm a second string wide receiver and I'm doing all this blocking, I want to get rewarded. Just throw me a pass. Give me a shot.
24 is coming back in onto the bench. Ethan Clarkson
Silva
just went
coming
out
down.
there.
No, that's Jake Villa, number 9.
Oh,
coming into
sorry
the
about that.
3:18 and a penalty on the play.
Ridgewood 23-yard line.
So guys, we'll be back in 2 weeks when the Bulldogs come here for their homecoming game. That'll be something cool.
Definitely another experience. Exciting.
The Bulldogs will play Wheaton,
Yeah.
as I'm correct. Wheaton.
Yep. Last week, the player of the week for the entire RB Sports, Nick Del Nodell. 2 weeks ago was Stefan Gaminski. this week might be, Hunter Hughes might be this 24 guy. Might be Jeffrey Bills, though.
Sam Gomez.
Jeff Bills deserves, after today's game, a couple touchdowns or a couple sacks. A
20-yard line.
lot of tackles for losses and that interception.
Wow, that would definitely be something to throw us off. What did they put Hunter Hughes in that jersey number 24?
Yeah, Hunter, go run.
Switch jerseys. Let's see what you can do.
Pretty sure IHSA wouldn't be too happy about that one there.
That wouldn't be too
A couple
good.
suspensions would be thrown here or there. And a pitch pass to the number 2.
Ooh.
Oh,
Another flag.
Flag on
I think
field.
that number 63 there with a mean block right there.
You know, I'm thinking if it's 35-7 and there's 2 minutes left, just keep the flag in your belt.
Yeah, you know, what's the point?
I'm a ref. I'm trying to go have that hot meal that I'm calling dibs on. And
Yeah, like I said, illegal block right there. I think that was at number 63, Zach Janelopoulos.
quite some names we got on these two teams. We got TT and Zach right there. But yeah, if I'm the ref, I'm keeping that in my pocket. Just keep going. If no one's bleeding, we're good.
You're good. Yep.
The Rebels here coming up.
Ball is brought
can we
back
see
to the
here?
38-yard line.
And the refs are still discussing what's going to happen.
Let's see what this Rebels defense can keep on doing what they're doing. Try to push the Bulldogs back as far as they can.
Clock is running.
Ball is placed
Down
at
to
the
2
38-yard
minutes.
line.
Bulldogs.
3rd down and 27 to go for the Bulldogs. This is going to be tough.
Touch the arm. Nope.
They're going to run it again.
They're just going to burn the clock out, Matt.
Yeah, they might as well. That's the best thing you can do. Just run that clock down and finish off this game. 35-7 in the 4th quarter as that clock goes down to 140.
30 for the Bulldogs.
And
So Matt, what you see tonight that you were surprised to see?
I can't say I was surprised because, you know, like I said, the X factor for me would have been Stefan Kaminsky. He did great. Of course, Hunter Hughes did good. Nick Del Nodell. I mean, the list goes on. It's just a very good game, all in out. I mean,
Don't
the
forget
Rebels
that
had a
offensive
tough
line,
game.
too.
Yeah.
Offensive line just protecting the heck out of Hunter Hughes.
Offensive and defensive line.
We're in the final minute of play. Don't forget, guys,
Timeout on the field.
this game
Timeout,
will be
Bulldogs.
rebroadcasted tomorrow and Sunday at 7:05. In case you missed any whammy hit, any Hughes to Moody, Hughes to Gaminsky, or Nick Del Nodell run, watch it all over again. If you want to see Jeff Bills, interception, sacks, turn it on tomorrow or Sunday night, 7:05. You can hear us again.
That was just a great interception and take by Zach Byer earlier. Just getting through all the defense and making it all the way out to where he could.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many highlights throughout this game. It's impossible to remember each one, but
Okay, guys,
replays.
1 minute left. Matt, you're player of the game.
Player of the game, definitely Hunter Hughes. I feel it's Hunter Hughes.
Joe?
He did a very good job. You know, he kept those yards, passing yards going. 3 touchdowns. I mean, he had an amazing game.
Joey, your player of the game?
I'd give it to Jeff Bills. Really good on defense, interceptions, sacks, tackles, one after another. Did a terrific job today shutting down the Rebels offense.
Yeah, as much as I'd love to say Hunter Hughes, who had 9 completions, only 9 completions, 176 yards. That's almost 20 yards per completion. 3 touchdowns. Probably had a QBR of like 130. I'll give it to Jeff Bills because we don't give enough defensive guys credit. I'm also going to give a co-player of the week to the entire offensive line. Because
Terrific job.
Nick Del Nodell, 12 rushes, 82 yards. And look, second string offensive line's getting number 24. He's got somewhere around 30 yards. And they don't get enough credit. Offensive line and Jeff Bills. Great.
Yeah.
And Anthony Walsh, got to give him some credit too.
It's a great performance tonight by the Bulldogs.
Overall team.
Yeah, overall team effort. That's
Offense,
the most
defense,
important.
did fantastic job tonight.
Well, you can't all get first dibs on the food, so.
Maybe one day.
Maybe they'll have a race to the bowl that everybody's so good. All right, let's see who can get to the bowl first.
Well, Stefan's getting to that bowl
Stefan's getting
first.
that. He's running fast. And that clock's just going to run down.
Run down here to
And
15
if Dom Rowe
seconds.
jumps on the bowl, that entire table is going to break.
The food will be everywhere.
All right,
Any
guys.
final thoughts, Joey, on your first broadcast?
It was a great time here, announcing with my 2 new friends and colleagues, Matt and Casey. I'd like to thank them for helping me out through the night, and hope to have many more of these.
Yeah, but it was a great game. We saw a lot of great stuff. Player of the game, a lot of players of the game tonight. But just a Bulldogs victory, well deserved, and we'll see them in 2 weeks when Wheaton comes over to be a homecoming game. It'll be great. But we'd love to thank all the crew for tonight's efforts, especially Mr. Probst, Mike Freshour, Lorenzo Cordova, and thanks for tuning in to the RBTV Game of the Week. I'm Casey Bleda.
I'm Matt Angio.
And I'm Joey DeCastro.
Good night, and see you next time.